How about loves? Welcome back to the Starscartel channel. If you don't know, I'm Star. I hope y'all can still hear me. Y'all probably can. And the message, I really don't need a mic, but I do, but I don't because you know what I'm saying. Sometimes people say they can't hear me, and then sometimes people say I'm too loud. But anyways, the message I heard is he resents me because of you. He resents me now because of you. And then I heard God said, your judgment is set in stone. The scripture comes from Daniel 4 and 5. A dream I have seen, it makes me afraid. And the conceptions on my bed, the visions of my head trouble me. God said, hold on. And by me a decree is made to cause all the wise men of Babylon to come up before me, that the interpretation of the dream they may cause me to know. God said that somebody is upset because golly gosh darn, she doesn't understand. Now she didn't let your man go, and she don't understand why she's still under judgment. She don't understand why she is still either that or you let your man go. So this sounds like the same message, but it's almost like maybe she's coming to God. What it really sounds like is she coming to God. So if I get rid of him, I'm not gonna be under judgment, right? If I do this, if I do that, God said maybe it's a situation where in the back of her mind, in the back of her heart, she planned on trying it again. You know, it's one thing when you have decided that you are going to repent wholeheartedly and you decide, you know what I'm saying? God said that that is not my husband. God said that is that lady's husband. I'm going to leave him all the way alone and I'm never going to seek out his comfort, his love, or his attention again. I'm going to leave their bed all the way alone. And it's another thing when you want to tip your toe in and out every once in a while. God said, this is somebody they have been messing with your man to such an extent he don't even want you no more. And it will be a situation where she done told him, go be with your wife, go be with your wife. And he gonna stump in the house and throw his stuff down and he gonna be pushing you out the way and cussing and he's slamming the doors and he wanna fight and he wanna argue. God said you have absolutely ruined that marriage because of the fire between your legs. You ruined their marriage. You ruined their marriage. You ruined their marriage. And he is seeking judgment upon you until he decides that he finished. And if he decides that he ain't gonna never get finished, guess what? Because what were your intentions? Your intentions were was to ruin their marriage, right? That's what your intentions were. As soon as you saw them together, you got mad. You felt some kind of way with no cause, with no reason. You felt like you had to have that man. You had to have that man. You had a determination in your heart to steal that man from his wife. And you did. God said, now you will receive your judgment. And you can't dance your way out of this one. God said you will sit there and you will receive your judgment. Because that man will never be the same towards his wife because of you. And this is why when God put two together, let nobody separate them. This is somebody that insisted and insisted and insisted. Guess what? Now you are under judgment, boo. Now God is seeking judgment upon you, darling. Now it's a situation where this is somebody they tried to make it seem like you were the villain and not them. And they wanted to try to make it seem like that was their man and not yours. And they wanted it to look this way, that way, and the third. God said he knows the truth. And he is going to have his entire foot on your neck until you leave him alone. And golly God's doing for somebody even after you leave him alone. Because you ruined their marriage. Because you ruined the marriage. You were so determined. Oh, God said what was going to happen. And he said y'all was going to do what? And then no, it should be me. It should be me. It should be me. You're supposed to choose me. God said he shut it all the way down. This is somebody that is going through all kind of hell and havoc right now. And God said he going to carry on as long as he feel like it. And golly gosh darn, due to the fact that he is ever present. He was here before everything started and he'll be here well after everything is over with. He said he can do this as long. It's nothing to him. It's nothing to him. He ain't even got to do, he ain't even got to move. Don't you know that? He got angels that pick his chair up. He don't even have to snap his fingers for you to. This is somebody receiving judgment. God don't even have to look at you while you receive it. I'm thinking about this episode of Rick and Morty where Morty and Summer made Rick really upset because I think they took his charge or something like that, and he forgot that he put them in a simulation to teach them a lesson about taking charge. And they were so traumatized because he got and fell asleep. Baby, God said he will literally forget about you being under judgment at this point because he had some plans laid out. And you saw these plans. This is somebody that got some cards. They laid out the cards. Literally, this is what somebody saw what God had in store for you and your husband. They pulled out the card and they looked into it and they said, I need to put myself right here and move her out the way. God said what they thought was if they just push you out the way, everything would go as planned. God said, no, 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 no. You have your own destiny. And since you want to forfeit your destiny, that is your business. But what you're not going to do is change hers. And that was about where they are in horror because they are dealing with all of this havoc and mayhem. And now they don't understand why they're being looked at a certain way. They don't understand why they're having to deal with certain things. They don't understand why they're going through X, Y, and Z. God said the reason that this woman is going through hell on earth is because she insisted on trying to stop your destiny from coming to pass. And guess what? It's still gonna come to pass. It's still gonna come. It's still gonna come. Just like the Grinch said, like, oh, baby, it still came. It came without bowls. It came without bags. It came without all that stockings. It came without food. It came with all that. We don't need all that. God said it's still gonna come to pass, with or without him. And now this is someone that's sitting there looking stupid because she thought, and she can't understand why she under judgment. And she can't understand why the demons are tormenting her. And she can't understand why she going through X, Y, and Z. God said she should have left y'all all the way alone. It's what happened. It's what should have happened. And just because you decide to tell this man to forfeit his destiny, don't mean all of a sudden the destiny that he originally had belongs to you. No, boo. He forfeited that destiny. And now it's about where all the cards been changed. And she looking at the cards in horror. Okay? I'd love to guess. You pulled out the tower card, didn't you? Oops. 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 This somebody they in horror. Okay, they pulled out that big D word card, didn't you? Oops. Oops, you got the 10 of swords over there, sis. Oh no, 9 of swords. Oh no, oh no, oh no. God said he's seeking judgment upon you. Yes, he is. And you can try to sit around and tell man what you want. No, he was originally my man. No, he's supposed to be my man. No, that's my husband. No, that's this. No, that's that. Baby, but who you cannot fool is God. You cannot fool Elohim. And he got his foot on your neck. Baby, y'all got foot on your neck, God dang. He got his foot on your neck. He got his foot and he ain't gonna let it off either. Until you, baby, for somebody till she leave your man alone. And for some of y'all, it don't even matter if she do. Because she didn't mess up her destiny that bad. There are certain things that she was supposed to do. There were certain people she was supposed to meet. But she was so occupied chasing behind your man that she missed out on all those opportunities. And now her destiny has. Oops. See, this is what happens when you worried about what somebody else have going on instead of what you have going on. This is what happens when you sit around and you have this spirit of jealousy. Jealousy is one of the most disgusting spirits and disgusting sins that you can come across. It's one of the most disgusting traits you can have. Because, baby, when you have that spirit of jealousy will cause you to try to take somebody up out of here. Jealousy will cause you to try to get somebody kidnapped. Jealousy will cause you to try to take somebody's man. Jealousy will cause you to try to make somebody's life crumble. Jealousy will cause you to bring your life and your destiny all the way into the ground. Because golly gosh, join somebody, they set up a trap for you and fell in it. They set up a trap for you and fell in it. And now they are tormented and being tortured. And they don't understand. And they don't understand. And they don't understand some more. God said she should have left your man all the way alone. She should have stopped worrying about and concerning herself with your destiny. She should have stopped trying to destiny swap with you. She should have left all that alone. She would have left all that alone. Guess what? She would have received the blessings that God had for her. But this is somebody that was too worried about what you got going on and what God had for you. And now she don't even know what God could have possibly, because guess what? It don't matter how she flipped the cards now, it's not gonna happen no more. Because she missed out. You see how that works? You see how when you looking at somebody else's life, and you looking at somebody else's life, and you trying to fit yourself in there where you don't fit. Basically, you're removing yourself from your own life. You know what I'm saying? You have to see. You got to be careful about this here. You have to be careful about this here. You have to be careful when you put yourself in a position to where you looking at somebody else and you want to tear them down so bad, and you didn't try to tear them down to such an extent that you didn't mess up your own stuff. God said this is somebody that they felt like they were racing with you, and they didn't realize they were on a whole different track than you. They ain't racing on the track all the way across town. You over here, and they just insisted on driving all the way over there, or riding bus all the way over there to try to insert themselves in what you had going on. Baby, God said now it's a situation where what she was supposed to receive, who she was supposed to meet, who she was supposed to marry, all that been shut down because oops, she decided to mess up your stuff. See, she was supposed to be at the grocery store buying things for her house, but instead she was laid up under your man. She was supposed to be at a restaurant eating dinner by herself, but she was too busy trying to steal your bed, and she was too busy trying to be out at dinner with him. She was supposed to be at the mall shopping by herself, but she was too busy trying to get your man to take her shopping. And now it's a situation where the person she was supposed to meet that walked past her, assuming that she's together with somebody else, assuming that she's married already. And he may have very well found somebody else and got married already. You see how that works? You see how that happens? You see that? God said this is somebody because you decided to insert yourself in somebody else's timeline in their life and the things that were supposed to happen for them. Now it's about where the things that were supposed to happen for you is all out of whack. And you may very well have missed out on it. God said this somebody, they judgment set in stone. The person that you were supposed to meet that already met somebody. The person that you were supposed to meet then already met somebody. They have already moved on without you, sis. They have already moved on without you, sis. And the destiny you thought you was messing up, it still stands. It's still a situation where that woman gonna receive every one of the blessings that God promised to her because they were hers in the first place. And just because you decided to insist on snatching that man away from her, don't mean all of a sudden you gonna receive them blessings. And it ain't a vibe where, well, I think they gonna get back together. She didn't convince him. You need to go back to your wife. You need to go back. You can't piggyback off of these blessings now. You can't piggyback. You cannot piggyback off of the blessings that God has for this couple. It's not gonna be a situation where the wife is gonna be okay with you being a side piece. And she don't want no girlfriend. She don't want no best friends either. It's about where you just lost out. Okay, you missed out. You lost out, and that's just that. And regardless if God decides to give whoever this woman is that left that marriage because of you, another a replacement or not, and maybe you the person that left the marriage, God may very well give you a replacement husband. It may be a situation where you meet this new person out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? As you carrying on with your business, but what's not gonna happen is this woman is not gonna be. It's not a threesome going on here. No, we're not doing it. God said it's a situation where it's a husband and a wife. This woman is not gonna be. I feel like she want to be like Panini. Okay, she want to be like Panini, tagging along with you and your husband. And look, he gave me more kids than you. He always visiting my bed. He always saying about me. You see. I don't care if you got all the blessings. I don't care if you got all the money. I don't care if you got all this, that, and the third. He's always said, God said he is not about to set you up. You did nothing wrong. He's not about to set you up for a life of torture and torment. He is not about to set you up for a life of shame, embarrassment, and heartache. God said it's gonna be a situation where either your husband gonna leave her all the way alone and that's permanent, or it's gonna be a situation where you move on and you find somebody else, and that's just what it is. And this woman, she done missed out, and she missed out because she was. God said somebody playing dumb. That it is what it is. She can play dumb all she wants to, or maybe he playing dumb. But it is what it is. God said when it come down to it, you gonna move on, and you are going to have the things that God promised you. And if God promised you that your husband was not gonna cheat on you, you are going to receive a husband that is not going to cheat on you. And it may very well just not be this man anymore. And it's because of the choices he made. And that's the message. Thank you. And life is full of choices. I don't need nobody in the comment section trying to argue with me about this, because let me tell you, when it comes down to it, we all have free will. And that's just what it is. And it don't mean that God ain't gonna see judgment on people that decide to make the wrong choices. But in reality, we have free will to make whatever choices we want to. And this is somebody that made the wrong choice, and they knew they were making the wrong choice, but they carried on with it anyway. They were supposed to meet somebody else. They were supposed to be married to somebody else. But they insisted on sneaking around with your man. They insisted on trying to steal him away from you. They insisted on, oh, look, they went out to eat. I want to go out to eat. Oh, look, they went shop. I want to go shopping. Oh, look, they doing this, that. Baby, God said now it's a situation where this woman is not going to receive the things that God had in store for her. And that's because she insisted on trying to be up under your man and stealing your man away and keeping him busy and occupied so he can't spend time with his wife to such an extent that his wife don't want him no more. And now it's about where she ain't meet the person she was supposed to meet. Oops, sorry.